Sheila Weber is the Executive Director of National Marriage Week. This initiative started in the UK 5 years ago. It happens annually now in 20 countries leading up to Valentine's Day. And Sheila, you work on the premise that marriage makes sense based on social science. What is the case for that?
Yeah, social science is very clear that marriage is good for you. And in fact, this month, the Federal Bureau of Economic Research said that marriage, in fact, makes people happier. They have greater satisfaction in life. But unfortunately, fewer people are choosing to be married. In fact, in 1970, 79% of all the adults in the U.S. were married. Today, only 52% of the adults in the U.S. are married. So that's a huge drop-off. And that really is not good news for children, because it means that more children are not being raised by their mother and father.
Lower income groups seem to have lower marriage rates. Are you able to reach people in that group with your message?
Well, we hope so, because we know that we'd have 25% less poverty in our country today if we had the marriage rates in 1970. And we have 41% of all U.S. babies being born outside of marriage, which again disadvantages them. Children have less, they have more teen pregnancy, more trouble with the law, and more difficulty in school, more addiction issues if they're raised without their mother and father. So we want to have people find more success in staying together in order to parent their children. There's a really interesting statistic that if you graduate from high school and work full-time and postpone marriage and childbearing until you're 21, there's only a 2% chance that you'll be in poverty. If you don't do those things, there's a 77% chance of poverty.
Sheila, your website tackles this in a creative way. Tell us about the National Marriage Calendar.
Well, at nationalmarriageweekusa.org, we have the only online national marriage calendar. So we're trying to encourage people in every town in America to start a marriage class or workshop, and you can post it for free on that calendar. You also can go and find a class that's near you right now. Last year we had 1,000 events across the country. We want to increase that number and have marriage education in every town in America because it's beneficial for children and it reduces poverty.
So marriage is a challenge, but it's certainly worth it, isn't it?
It is worth it. Marriage makes people happier, have greater financial resources, live longer lives. In fact, single men live 10 years less than married men, and it's the best environment for raising the next generation of citizens in this country.
Sheila Weber, the Executive Director of the National Marriage Week, during this Marriage Week 2015. Thank you for joining us by satellite from New York City tonight.
Thank you for having me.